Hey folks, Doren with Realty Line, as you know, and we're here at Mission Mortgage, here with Kevin Ginsberg and with Lesley, Operations Manager, and we're just stopping by to take a little visit and talk more about what they do here at Mission Mortgage, let you guys know how better they can serve you and your clients. Lesley, let's start with you.
Oh,
how
great.
Exciting. How long have you been here?
So I have been with Mission Mortgage about 1.5 years now.
Excellent. And so your title is?
I have a new title, as a matter of fact. I am Director of Mortgage Operations.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's great. So what does that entail a little bit?
I like to think that I take care of the people and the processes that are behind the scenes of the mortgage. I make sure that from an operations perspective that the loan application can come in and make it to the closing table on time without a hitch in the middle.
Nice, nice. As we all know that there's so many documents that we have to provide as a home buyer or qualifying for a loan and get those in, and people kind of pull their hair out. What do you mean I need W-2s from
Right.
how many years back
Right.
and how many pay stubs
Sure.
in sequence? Kevin, how did you come across Lesley?
So Lesley and I have actually known one another since 2008. And I've been here almost the same amount of time that Lesley has been here, and actually met with Leanne, who's the president of our company, even before Lesley worked here. And Leanne was in the process of filling a sales management role, which was needed, but I stated what's needed more is a incredible operations manager, and had the opportunity to introduce Leanne to Lesley. Lesley came on board even before I did. And you know, this role or this move that she's gone into in Director of Mortgage Operations is a byproduct of the success in the last 16 months and the growth that we have had. So it's really awesome. She is my sort of work partner, work wife, work sister, whatever you want to call it. It's totally cool with my wife, she said so. And so it's just one of these things where you've got this I don't know, synergistic relationship between ops and sales, which is not common. And it's really cool that there's just, we don't always agree on everything, but we always get to the same place, and we do so in the best interest of the customer and our business partners.
Well, that's perfect, because I know there's many paths to travel, and we don't always take the same one.
Nope.
And but as long as we end up with the result and a happy client, that's what counts.
Absolutely.
So, and that's kind of what we do at Realty Line as well, is that we try and connect those folks with the best possible company, mortgage, title, lender, builder, all of that, to make that process easier for their clients.
Absolutely.
Because if we all can do our job, then the realtor has got happy clients and better referrals later on. So that's all what we strive for, is that referral business, repeat business, and servicing. And so tell me a little bit about the servicing. Do you keep the agent up informed on a regular basis with their client?
So, you know, part of what we do at Mission Mortgage, we have really strong builder relationships. So we do plenty of resale business. Our loan officers have fantastic real estate agents that refer business to us. We take great care of them. We also have a big focus on our builder partners and our builder clientele. It's a different methodology to work with builder outside, which is a little bit different than real estate agent. And we spend a tremendous amount of time investing in those relationships. Clear, honest, direct communication, regular, predictable communication is the key component to making sure that all parties feel informed. Whether it's good news or bad news, keeping them abreast of the situation is the most important part of it.
Absolutely.
And Lesley does a great job with that. I mean, from my standpoint, as the sales manager basically, and a loan officer, we're only as good as what we can deliver on the back end. Mm-hmm. And I can go out and sell all day long, but if I can't do this, then none of it matters. And last year, you know, our largest builder partner, we did around 92% of their transactions last year, and that was almost 900 units.
It's a fantastic capture rate.
And the communication and the operational excellence and the delivery and the consistency that Lesley and her team were able to sort of operate under, it just makes it easier.
Well, with this year, the new builder business and those closings ought to be even greater.
Oh,
If you've
absolutely.
gone out in any direction of this town by a couple miles, well now several,
Right.
those builders are going left and right and building as fast as they can. So I live out towards the Leander area, and you just see the rooftops and the sticks going up. So you providing that service for these builders and their clients, being able to get them in that home as soon as possible, and with an easy transition. And that's the key, is that easy, serviceable transition and communication, like you said.
Communication.
I mean, we've all had those in the early days when we bought our first home, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about between an FHA,
Right.
MIP,
Right.
PMI.
Yeah.
What are you talking? So yeah, you also have to remember that that client has no idea about your business, and to communicate that and explain that in a fashionable, correct, direct
Absolutely.
way.
Our loan officers do a great job of doing that, whether it's a first-time home buyer or it's somebody buying investment property, right? Our sales team takes amazing care of those referrals. They make sure that they are acting as a financial consultant to help them find the loan program that's right for them, and to
that's
achieve their
key.
goals. That's a really big thing. Like, anybody can put somebody into a product, but are you listening to them? Are you taking
Exactly.
into consideration what their long-term goals are? Our sales staff at Mission Mortgage takes great pride in really servicing our borrowers to make sure that they're getting the loan that's right for them. And then operationally, we make sure that the borrowers qualify for those loans and that they close under the terms that they expect in the time frame that they expected.
When Lesley made a critical decision midway through the year to move from an operations team that supported loan officers, or loan officers that support the operations team through their production, by creating teams across the board, hiring new people, hiring in advance, creating teams, and enabling us to not only serve the business partners and the loan officers better, but create sort of our bench from an operational perspective. So what it does is it lets us know who's next and who's going to be moving into other positions as we grow from 115 million to 350 million this year to about 500 million next year to $1 billion. You don't do that individually, you do it with teams. And it was Lesley, and it was 100% strategic, and this is how we get to that next place, and it was awesome. I mean, it's the kind of thing when you go out and you talk with a business partner. I just came from a builder meeting before this, and we're selling excellence, and we're selling being able to control your pipeline, and we're selling, we know the challenges before you even know them, and they're not even challenges to you because we've already solved it by the time you're aware of it. And I think that is what has changed our company thus far fundamentally, and why Lesley continues to help us excel.
Absolutely, because I'll tell you personally, one of my last transactions on purchasing a new home, getting the new home, not a problem. Closing on it, not a problem. The in-between parts,
Yes.
and it wasn't you guys, it was another mortgage company, was an absolute nightmare.
That's
and so the communication wasn't there during the process, and we've all been in the industry long enough, and like you said earlier, that is key. And there was no communication between the loan officer, the processor, the underwriter, to getting the papers to closing. And I'm sitting at closing, and we're still having to wait for the mortgage company to finalize stuff, which should have been done 48 hours at least earlier. And no, I did not close on a Friday. or for a holiday. But so I'm glad that you pay attention to those details in your company, because that's what really counts and makes a great company like Mission Mortgage. I really want to thank you for your time. I know how everybody's been busy with this market. It's been great. So Lesley, thank you so
you're
much.
welcome.
Kevin, I appreciate your time as always. And thank y'all for watching.